All right, now I made two little videos this morning, and I made two of these videos this morning, and I want to make a third one, but I realized I don't want to go find the link. So I have this body of knowledge in my mind, and it's a kind of cross-referencing these different ideas that go across this certain swath of literature. And let's just say swath of questionable literature. But anyway, I just found another one just as really interesting this morning, and I want to announce it essentially. And but I don't want to continuously find the links. The finding the link part is getting kind of annoying, so I'm not going to link to this. But if I'm called on it, I could. Well, here's what I'm going to mention, though. Here's the thing. I mentioned Francesco this morning. So, and I noticed something curious about that passage in Francesco that I just read a little while ago. What's curious is that he was so surprised that he didn't stay wet. Okay? So Rebecca Springer enters the spirit world, and her brother-in-law Frank meets her, and they go for a swim, and it's the most refreshing swim you've ever had. And they hang out underwater for a long time. She does. They just hang out underwater. Rebecca Springer and Frank. She's so surprised when she comes out. I'm not even wet. Her hair was dry. She was perfectly dry. Now Francesco, that happens really in the late in the book. And earlier in the book, he had seen people in swamps and covered with goo and all kinds of stuff. And so he's been around water and liquid throughout the whole book already. But it's only now, late in the book, that he enters this space. And he's so surprised that he doesn't stay wet. He thought he was going to come out of the water wet, and he comes out and he's not. Which happens right at the beginning of Rebecca Springer. So he claims to be, in that very scene in the book, which is late in the book. I guess maybe I can link to it. I'll find the page and I'll mention the page. But anyway, I'm not going to link to every little thing. Rebecca Springer, I also just found a link to Rebecca Springer. So I'll include these books in the links. And if I can find the page numbers, I will. But anyway, she experiences this water that doesn't get you wet. Right when she gets there, Francesco has already been there a long time, and then when he crosses over into what he's calling the third sphere, which elsewhere is called Summerland. So basically, here's the insight, is that it's in Summerland that this sensation of the water not getting you wet occurs. So now there's this place called Summerland, which actually predates Christianity in Europe. Okay, because the concept of Summerland goes back 3,000 or 4,000 years, where the sun never sets. So it's not really even strictly a Christian topic.